come straight down.
They blocked the heck out of everyone too.
They're big.
Huge. I mean, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls on the roster listed at over 6 foot. Ready? Here.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Wait.
That's nuts.
Alright, can I have this good pen?
Yeah, no, I don't need it. My sweater over there?
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Okay. Yep. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Willard Dewey Gymnasium for tonight's Central State 8 matchup between the U-High Pioneers and the Springfield High Senators. U-High on the season. Alonzo, you want to explain how their season's going for them?
Well, it's going pretty well, to say the least. They're currently undefeated, sitting 10-0 overall, 5-0 in the conference as they lead the CSA conference. Their biggest win of the year coming against Glenwood a few weeks ago. They shut them out 2-0, 25-23 and 25-16, and Glenwood themselves are pretty good as they defeated Springfield High earlier this year.
Glenwood defeating Springfield High in 2 sets. Springfield High playing exactly 500 ball right now. 5-5 on the season. They started off with a 4-0 streak to start the year. Then they went 0-4 with the next 4 games. Won their home game against Lanphier last Thursday and lost a tight one, 25-13 and 27-25 against Riverton on Saturday. So they're 5-5 on the year, 2-3 in conference. They'll look to improve their record in conference to 3-3, while the U-High Pioneers look to stay undefeated. But that task for Springfield High is going to be a tall task. Missing kill leader on the team, Chloe Bird. Chloe Bird's out with an injury tonight, and we'll get back to that after the playing of our national anthem. We'll wait here a second.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Springfield High School and Willard Dewey Gymnasium for tonight's Central State matchup between the Pioneers of Northern High and the Senators of Springfield High. Would everyone now please rise and move your hand in the American flag and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Once again, we thank you for joining us in this Central State 8 matchup. Springfield High's got a tall task ahead of them on the roster. U-High has 6 players listed at 6 foot tall or taller. Tonight, Springfield High is missing all their 6 footers or taller. Leah Harris is out. Garrison is also out, the sophomore who's been playing in the middle most of the season. And Chloe Bird, the kill leader up to this point for the Senators, is also out tonight. So we'll see what Springfield High does differently tonight. They're a little undersized, but we'll see if they change play to try and beat the undefeated U-High Pioneers. They know they have a tough road ahead of them to do that. On the court for the Senators, in the front, Sydney Bunikemper, the setter, Emily Powers in the middle, and sophomore Izzy Alexander on our near side. And in the back will be Sarah Becker, the libero, who will check in for a fellow junior here in a second. At the moment, Brooklyn Trumper, McKenna Lambert, and Courtney Broughton are in the back for Springfield High. Courtney Broughton with a significant amount of kills on the season, as she'll head over to the bench, and Sarah Becker, the libero, will check in for her. U-High will have the first serve of the night, as deep for the Pioneers. It's going to be Kendall Burke, the senior setter, set to serve it away to start this Central State 8 matchup. Alonzo, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Avery. Pioneers and Senators. This beautiful Tuesday evening as we get things started from the Dewey Gym. Pioneers starting off with the serve is on the far side. The lefty with a beautiful kill that time. Macy Welburn on the kill gives the Pioneers an early 1-0 lead. Avery mentioned the number of girls that stand at 6 foot or taller. It's a significant number of them. Also Springfield High with 3 girls that stand 6 foot or taller. All 3 of them out, as that ball is out as well. 1-1 is our score in this first set. Courtney Broughton comes into the game for Izzy Alexander. Sarah Becker, the libero, will be on the serve for the Senators. Nice dig for the libero Coddington. Near side lefty again, sends it home. That was Wellborn on the near side. 6'3" senior gives the Pioneers a 2-1 lead.
Springfield High has struggled this season against tough Central State 8 opponents, including SHG, Rochester, and Glenwood. We'll see how they stand up to the mighty Pioneers tonight.
Lily Berry on the serve with a beautiful serve that time. 3-1. Lily Berry, the 5'7" sophomore. And she will get it back here. Very tough to return that serve. Berry again, unable to get it over the net. 3-2. Pioneers leading as Danae Day will come into the game. This time for McKenna Lambert, as well as Maya Goswami for Emily Powers.
2 service errors so far for U-High. Those are the lone 2 points for Springfield High. 3-2 ball game at the moment. We'll see how that progresses after this Maya Goswami serve.
Far side, it's Wellborn, sends it home. Dig by Trumper, but sent down at the net that time by Olivia Tate. 4-2 Pioneers. As the libero for U-High, MC Coddington, the senior, will be on the serve. Swami with the first touch that time. Becker now up to Day, who will just set it over. Up top, dug out by Becker, but no one was able to go save it. This will be another kill for the Pioneers, 5-2 in this first set. Coddington, the senior, again here for U-High. 5-2 Pioneers in this first set. Bunikemper up to Broughton this time as they keep it alive. O'Gunley sends it over. Now it's Bunikemper with a soft touch. Pioneers maintain. Far side again, blocked at the net. Wellborn with another kill. 6-2. Coddington will remain on the serve again here for U-High. Dug out. Becker Goswami unable to send it over that time. 7-2. Becker sends it up for Bunikemper. Now up to Wellborn again. that barely got over the net, and UI gets the lucky bounce, 8-2. Avery mentioned earlier the huge height difference between these two teams, and it's showing early on as the Pioneers lead 8-2. Buenikemper up to Broughton, who gets that one to go. Gets it through the hands of Jalen Sorensen as well as Macy Wellborn, making it an 8-3 game as Cindy Buenikemper will be on the serve this time for Springfield High. Anna Borders will come into the game. 8-3 U High in this first set. Buenikemper, the junior, for the serve. Big kill at the net, but that goes too long. Springfield High will get the point, 8-4. On near side, O'Gunley is. Becker's unable to handle that one. 9-4. As after 1 point, U High will get it back.
U High playing very fundamental volleyball. Of their 9 points, 7 of those have come on kills.
Caroline Leak will come into the game for the serve. Awkward angle by Buenikemper, but she maintains. Broughton sends it over. Up to O'Gunley, who faked the hard hit, went with the soft one, as it's now 10-4. As that was Sorensen on that hit, rather, to extend the Pioneer lead. Caroline Leak, the sophomore, again for the Pioneers. Straight up for Becker. As Springfield High will keep it alive. That was a nice hit from the Pioneers. Didn't fool Springfield High that time. Now at the net, tipped, kept alive for the time being, but Springfield High will end up with, or U High rather, will end up with the point. Jalen Sorensen sent that one down. 6'1" senior. Caroline Leak remains on the serve as Goswami straight up, as that's just unlucky that time. The low ceiling here at Springfield High worked out for the Pioneers. 12-4. Goswami tried to send it over from the back row, but it was sent down by Sorensen again, 13-4.
Goswami will come out of the game. Maddie Kruger, another junior, will check into the game. Springfield High composed of a lot of juniors this year.
Awkward angle for Broughton, but she maintains. Up again, it's O'Gunley this time. As it was tipped at the net, goes out of bounds. 14-4, Pioneers. Springfield High with a tough task. We mentioned it earlier going into this game, but makes it a lot tougher as Broughton sends it over as it goes too long. So Pioneers gets the point that time. Makes this game a lot tougher without their big hitters, Chloe Bird, Leah Harris, and Araya Garrison. 15-4, Pioneers. Becker tried to send it over, blocked at the net. Again, 16-4. As Coach Bill Stern will call a timeout.
Coach Bill Stern somewhat frustrated with his girls in this 16-4 game, but they're very undersized compared to this U High team. U High outplaying them from the start. U High at the moment has 9 kills that have resulted in points, 1 block that's resulted in a point, as well as 2 aces. So U High playing very good volleyball at the moment and showing why they're on top of the CS8. U High with a few tough games coming up in their future, and then it'll all culminate with the Central State 8 tournament. No postseason for these girls, so they'll have to put it all on the court for the Central State 8 tournament. U High, Glenwood, SHE, and Rochester likely to be at the top of the CS8 tournament this year. We'll see what seed Springfield High gets. Others to be in the mix. Southeast will be up there as well. They had a tough one against SHG a few nights ago. Southeast will be the final conference game of the season for Springfield High, as that'll be on next Thursday here at the Willard Dewey Gym.
Pioneers currently lead 16-4 as Borders sends it over that time on the far side. 16-5. Springfield gets the serve back. Izzy Alexander checks in for libero Sarah Becker. Courtney Broughton will be on the serve. 16-5 as Springfield High will look to try to get back into this ball game. 17-5 Pioneers following that serve from Broughton.
First service error of the night for Springfield High. U-High has had 2, but Springfield High has not had many opportunities to serve.
Now it's Abby Embry serving for the Pioneers as Kruger tried to send that one over. Went around the antenna, however, 18-5. Embry still on the serve as Marin Moss will come into the game. This time for Kendall Burke, a junior for a senior.
Marin Moss, one of those 6-footers mentioned, listed at 6'1" on the roster, as Danae Day can't handle that low serve just over the net. Results in an ace for the Pioneers.
19-5. It's been all U-High up to this point. Dug out by Becker. Springfield High tries to keep it alive, and they do for the time being. Up far side, kill at the net, nobody home. Sent down 20-5 U-High as Embry will remain on the serve. Olivia Tate, or that's Lane Feely rather, coming into the game.
She'll replace Lily Berry.
Embry again. Becker on the first touch. Bina Kemper up to Day on the near side. Now it's Feely, just checked into the game. Saved by Becker. Back to Day now on the far side as that was touched. Goes out of bounds. Abby Embry on that touch. Makes it a 20-6 game. McKenna Lambert, as well as Emily Powers, comes into the game for Danae Day and Maddie Kruger. Lambert will come on for the serve. Just one senior on the floor for Springfield High, Emily Powers. One of 2 seniors on this team, the other being Leah Harris, who's out tonight. That was tipped at the net, maintained by Springfield High. Buna Kemper sent that one over. Up to Sorensen with another kill on the night, making it a 21-6 game.
Maya Wright will come into the game, replacing Sorensen, as will Olivia Tate. She'll replace the libero Coddington.
Maya Wright on the serve. Bina Kemper up to Powers, who sends it down. Save. Nice save that time by Embry. Sent over by Marin Moss. Now it's Springfield High. Bina Kemper with a send. Touch of the net. Kept alive by the Pioneers. Sent over by Feely, and nobody's home. 22-6. U-High remains on the serve. Maya Wright, 5'5" senior. Springfield High keeps it alive. Bina Kemper. Now kill at the net. That went too long. The Senators now will get it back. Brooklyn Trumper comes in for Anna Borders, as she will be on the serve for the Senators. 22-7 in this first set against the undefeated U-High Pioneers. Up far side, blocked at the net, but nobody home to send it over. Marin Moss on the kill, 23-7. So the Pioneers now will get it back. It'll be Kendall Burke serving for the Pioneers. They lead 23-7.
She's in the back with Abby Embry and Maya Wright.
Near side, it's Alexander. That was sent over, saved by the Pioneers. Here's Alexander again. Good defense from the U High teams. That kill just went a bit too long. Lane Feely, the junior, tried sending that one over. Goes out of bounds, 23-8. Courtney Broughton comes back into the game as Sarah Becker now, the libero, on the serve. Here's Feely again. Unikemper up to Powers on the far side. That goes out of bounds. 24-8. As U High will look to take this first set right here. Lane Feely now on the serve. She's a junior on this Pioneer team. Unikemper up to Powers again on the near side as that finds an opening. Springfield will get it back, 24-9. As Danae Day comes back into the game, as well as Maya Goswami for Emily Powers, who got the kill on that last play.
Powers with her first kill of the night. She's had 3 swings so far. Able to convert on that one. 24-9 the score. U High looking to take set 1.
Goswami on the serve. Very far side, the lefty sends it home. Dug out by Goswami. Unikemper sends it over. Now near side, that was mishit by Rachel O'Gunley, making a 24-10 game.
Springfield High in this set primarily looking to just get some momentum going into the next set, figure out what's working, what's not. They've had a few points right in a row here string together.
As we'll have a net violation on UI. Springfield keeping the train rolling, as you mentioned, trying to bring a little bit of momentum going into the second set. As they are stringing a few points together, but they are still down 24-11. As that'll do it for the first set. Nice kill that time from Lydia Tate. As U High will take the first set 25-11. Springfield High looking to use some of that momentum that they carried at the end of that first set into the second one as they try to claw their way back into this game. U High, as we mentioned, undefeated overall as well as in the conference. They're coming off of a victory over Jacksonville in 2 sets, 25-14 and 25-7 was the final for those games. As Springfield High themselves coming off of a loss to Sangamo rival Riverton Hawks, as they lost that one in 2 sets. Our next broadcast will be this Thursday night, as the Springfield High Senators will host the MacArthur Generals Lady Volleyball. I hope to see you there that time.
Speaking of MacArthur, Springfield High football playing MacArthur and MacArthur last Friday night. Alonzo and I were fortunate enough to head over to that one in Decatur, in which Springfield High ended up winning 20-7-14. Good game in the first half. Springfield High was down 14-7 at the half mark and able to come back to win that one 27-14. Didn't really get their offense going in the first half much. Rashad Rochelle had a big rush touchdown in the first half, but that was all the offense we saw out of the Senators in that half. In the second half, though, they were able to find the spark, get some sacks and interceptions on defense, and able to find a way to win. Our next football broadcast will be on Friday night over on the southeast side of town, as Springfield High will take on the Spartans of Southeast High School. A little inner-city matchup, as well as a CS8 matchup. I'm excited for that one, Alonzo. It'll be Alonzo and I on the call, and our good partner, Joseph Crum, videotaping that game for us on the camera. But here we are in volleyball. Springfield High losing the last set to the U High Pioneers, 25-11. U High won that one in dominant fashion. They'll try and sweep the game here with a win of this set. We'll see if Springfield High changed anything up at the intermission between the first and second set. On the court for the Senators, similar to last time, Sydney Bunikemper up front. Emily Powers, as well as sophomore Izzy Alexander. And in the back, Sarah Becker, the libero, assisted by McKenna Lambert and Brooklyn Trumper. Expect Courtney Broughton to come off for the court here in any moment as the libero, Sarah Becker, will come in. For the Pioneers, Chloe Clayton's in at the moment. Kendall Burke, Lily Berry, Caroline Leak, libero MC Coddington, as well as number 3, Abby Embry in the back row. Alonzo, here you go. Start of the second set.
Trumper was on the serve for Springfield High. That was a nice dig that time from Becker. Now it's up to Powers with a kill that was blocked in the net, but nobody home to return it. That Springfield High will get the first point of the second set, 1-0.
Emily Powers showing some of her senior leadership. Couple kills in the last few attempts for her.
That was near side. My goodness, what a kill that was from Lily Berry, 5'7", sophomore. She got up there, though, to say the least. My goodness. 1-1 is our score, following the kill from Berry. Christina Kemper soft touch sends it over, as we'll have a whistle and an inadvertent whistle, I believe. Yep.
Not sure what that call was. Maybe a lift? I'm not sure, Alonzo.
I think it was an inadvertent whistle that time. So we'll redo the serve. 1-1, the score will remain. Near side, it's Alexander. U-High maintains as Berry sends it over again. Now it's Alexander again. As U-High unable to send that one over as they take the lead 2-1.
Alexander converts for the first time tonight. She's had 4 swings. That's her first kill of this young set.
Courtney Broughton comes back in for Alexander, as Becker now will be on the serve. Near side, that was blocked, but the man lands in bounds. 3-1. Macy Wellborn tried to send that one over.
We've seen that combination a lot this year, Alonzo. Broughton and Bunekemper up front with the block, as there'll be a rotation violation on the Pioneers, so Springfield High will get another point. Head coach for the Pioneers unhappy with that one. Mike Bolhuis.
4-1 Springfield High. Becker still on the serve. Set up again for Berry. No one's returning that one. 4-2.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anyone hit it as hard as she can, Alonzo.
Listed at 5'7", but she's jumping like a 6-footer. My goodness, 4-2. Berry now on the serve.
That's her second ace of the night. She also has 2 kills in this set. All 3 points of the Pioneers in this set coming from Berry.
Good touch that time from Lambert. Now it's Broughton on the outside with a kill. Lands out of bounds. Springfield, or U-High rather, will get the point. As we're tied up again in this second set. U-High took the first one in dominating fashion. Springfield High will look to extend it to a third. Berry on the serve. Becker got handcuffed, but Springfield High maintains. Far side is Wellborn with a soft touch. Becker unable to save that one. 5-4. Berry still on the serve.
Springfield High wanting to get a serve out of her hands as quick as possible. They've had a tough time returning her serves tonight.
Becker unable to send that one over again. Lily Berry stringing some points together herself. 6-4.
Her third ace of the night now, and that's 5 on the evening for the Pioneers.
Springfield High struggling to return Berry's serves. As that time it went too long. 6-5 Pioneers.
Springfield High will have a chance here to serve it and get some offense of their own going as Danae Day, a hitter, will come in for McKenna Lambert, and Emily Powers will have a seat on the bench in replacement of Maddie Kruger, who's going to serve this one away.
Set up is Wellborn, the lefty, who's unable to send that one over. Tied up again at 6. Kruger remains on the serve. On the floor for Springfield High, it's Maddie Kruger, Sarah Becker, Brooklyn Trumper, Danae Day, Courtney Broughton, and Sydney Bunicamp. Here's Wellborn again. As Becker wisely let that one go. As Springfield takes the lead again, 7-6. Here's Kruger again. Up at the net, nobody home. Chloe Clayton, 6-foot junior on that kill, 7-7. MC Coddington now, the libero for this Pioneer team, on the serve. Brought Bunicamp trying to set it up for Day. That was blocked through the net, but goes out of bounds. Springfield gets the point, 8-7.
8-8, the new score here. Trumper will have a seat on the bench.
Bunicamper on the serve. Oh, it's Wellborn. The lefty sends that one down. Back and forth we go now, 8-8. Caroline Leak comes into the game for Macy Wellborn.
I believe we might have had an error with the scoreboard a moment ago.
9-8 Pioneers. As Leak serves, unable to get it over that time. 9-9.
Fourth service error of the night for U High.
Izzy Alexander to the game for Springfield High. Courtney Broughton on to serve. Dug out by Barry, far side, near side rather. O'Gunley sends it over. 10-9 Pioneers.
6 of those 10 points for U High so far in this set, coming off the kill.
Abby Embry now comes into the game and now will serve. Day with the first touch. Now it's up to Becker with a long hit. Up top, soft touch. Nobody home. Sent down by Jalen Sorensen. 11-9 Pioneers. Embry again on the serve. Becker with the first touch. Bunicamper up to Day on the near side. Tip to the net. Pioneers maintain. Barry sends it over. The short touch is sent down by Alexander as Pioneers keep that alive. Here's Barry again. Long hit. Saved by Becker again. Set up Day. Fought long hit. An unlucky hit goes in the favor of Springfield High. They'll take it. 11-10. As they trail by 1, McKenna Lambert and Emily Powers will come into the game. Lambert on the serve. Here's Barry again, blocked! Saved by the Pioneers, however. Coddington with the long hit sends it over. Lambert first touch. Bunicamper now it's Borders near side. Nobody home. We're tied up again, 11-11.
Borders with her second kill of the night. She has just 2 swings. Didn't hit that one very hard, but she didn't have to as that one lands for the soft point for Springfield High. As that one did not come down softly off of the hand of Sorensen.
U High takes the lead again, 12-11. You can tell the Springfield High team is clicking a lot better than they did last set. It's been close for the entirety of this second set as they try to extend this one to a third. Maya Wright will be on the serve, 5'5" senior. Bunicamper up to Becker, long hit, saved by the Pioneers. There's nobody home on that one. Good kill there from U-High, 13 to 11.
U-High able to find the open holes almost every time they get a good set.
Maya Wright again here for the Pioneers as they lead by 2 in the second set. As Lambert lets that one go, 13 to 12. Service error on Maya Wright as she will have a seat as Jalen Sorensen will come back into the game for her.
And then come right back off in replacement of the libero.
Brooklyn Trumper now on the serve here for Springfield High as they trail by 1. Up to Barry with a kill, too long, and we're tied again, 13 to 13. As Coach Bill Sturm calls a timeout. Springfield High with a little bit of momentum as we're tied up at 13 apiece in this second set.
Interesting point for him to call a timeout, as that gives U-High a chance to talk things over. But I wonder if he wants to mix things up a little more to keep U-High on their toes and try and win this second set here to push this one to a third set. This would be a huge upset for Springfield High, but possibly the win they've been looking for all year. They've needed a big win this season to get back into the top of the Central State 8. Springfield High with some tough losses to SHG, Rochester, and Glenwood already this season, but a win over U-High would be huge for them. Even if they could win one set, that would give them lots of momentum going into the next few games. In the next few games, they play MacArthur, North Mac, Lehigh, Jacksonville, Southeast, Lincoln in the last regular season game of the season. And then they'll have the conference tournament beginning April 19th.
Coming out of the timeout, 13 to 13 our score. Brooklyn Trumper on the serve. Set up, blocked to the net as Becker was unable to corral that one in. That time it was Chloe Clayton on the kill. 14 to 13 Pioneers. Kendall Burke, the 6-foot senior, now on the serve. Bumped up by McKenna Lambert. Vina Kemper will send it over. Up far side as that won't be corralled in. Wellborn on the kill. 15 to 13.
10 team kills already in this set for U-High. They have 22 on the night. Astounding number, Alonzo. The Springfield High as a team just has, I believe, 7.
Sent over first touch by Lambert as Alexander unable to corral that one in. Sent down at the net, 16 to 13. Burke again. As that touch from Lambert will go into the favor of Springfield, U-High rather, 17 to 13 as they're riding with a little bit of momentum themselves. Lambert up to Becker as Powers unable to send it over herself. 18 to 13. Another timeout called by Bill Sturm. 5 straight points coming from U-High after the timeout. The first timeout from Sturm. As the Pioneers lead 18 to 13.
He'll try and change the trajectory of this one, as U-High has gone on a 5-0 run after that timeout, as Alonzo mentioned. Springfield High had momentum leading up to that timeout, and Bill Sturm wanted to talk it over a little bit, I guess. But here we are after they went down on a 5-0 run. He decided he needed to call another timeout, and we'll see if Springfield High has an answer for this mighty U-High team.
We mentioned our next broadcast will be this Thursday night, as the Lady Senator volleyball team will host the MacArthur Generals. Also, to mention this Friday night, the football team will be in action, as they will travel to the southeast part of town to face the Southeast Spartans. Both games started around 7 o'clock. Hope you're there both Thursday and Friday night. 18 to 13, our score in favor of the Pioneers coming out of the timeout. As we'll have a whistle, and it'll be a lift on Buenikemper. 19 to 13. Kendall Burke still on the serve. Alexander. That was touched at the net by Powers, who sends it home 19 to 14. As Springfield High will look to get back into this game and extend this into a third set. Courtney Broughton comes into the game. This will be Sarah Becker now on the serve. Soft touch, but nobody home. 19 to 15. Becker on the serve again. The libero for the Springfield High team. Up near side, Wellborn as Becker unable to corral that one in. 20 to 15. As it'll be Lily Berry on the serve for the Pioneers. Trumper unable to dig that one out. 21 to 15. Lily Berry, 5'7" sophomore. That was dug out by Trumper. Up to Powers on the near side, blocked at the net. As we're going to point for Springfield High. Springfield High able to return Lily Berry's serve, making it a 21 to 16 game. Danae Day and Maddie Kruger come into the game. As Kruger now on the serve for Springfield High. 21-16.
They come on replacing defensive specialist McKenna Lambert and hitter Emily Powers.
Up at the net, nobody home again. 22-16. MC Coddington, the Pioneer libero, will be on the serve. Pioneers 3 points away from shutting out the Senators. Bit of a collision, but Springfield High able to get it over nonetheless. Nice dig from Beckers. We have a whistle. I believe the ball was tipped at the net, but they're going to call 4 hits on Springfield High. My goodness.
Looked like it got blocked at the net by U High, and Springfield High continued to play it.
As Day on the kill gets a point that time nonetheless. I thought it was pretty clear. Wow. 23-17, U High. Bill Sturm understandably still shaking his head. As Sydney Buenikemper will be on the serve. Up at the net, blocked, but lands in nonetheless. 24-17 as they will try to shut the door right here. It'll be Caroline Leak, the sophomore.
She looks to close the door on this one.
Leak with a short serve. Buenikemper on the second touch sends it over. Now near side with a kill block. Dug out by Becker. At the net again, and that's going to do it. Jalen Sorensen sends that one down as U High comes here to the Dewey Gymnasium and shuts out the Springfield High Senators in 2 sets.
U High taking that one with dominance, especially the first set. This second set much closer. Final score in the second set 25-17. Final score in the first set 25-11. Avery Pound, Alonzo Veach, we thank you for joining us here in the Willard Dewey Gymnasium as U High will stay undefeated in conference play, 6-0 as well as 11-0 on the season overall. Springfield High will be 5-6 on the season and 2-4 in conference play. Once again, we thank you for joining us. Hope you join us on Thursday night for our next Central State 8 matchup against the MacArthur Generals here at the Dewey Gym. Have a good evening, everybody, and stay safe.